I've reviewed a couple of really bad sabers. This lightsaber has more than just a few loose screws. And there's one saber that I refuse to review because I'm not promoting that company. All I want to do with this saber is... I've also read comments online for companies' advertisements on Facebook, and people troll and they're like, oh, I can get that exact same thing on TEMU for 15 bucks. You really can't. Even though it might look the same on the outside, I guarantee you it's not the same on the inside. Don't worry, I didn't order any junk from TEMU.com. Instead of me ordering junk and showing you all the crap that you can get, I decided to order a decent saber to show you what's good on TEMU.com, and there isn't a lot. So this is really the only one that I would consider getting from that website. Let's begin now. Hello once again to all my Jedi and Sith companions. I am your host, the Frugal Jedi, and today we're being very frugal because this lightsaber by this company called Dupengda is only $52 US with free shipping. If you're in Canada though, the Canadian TEMU site sells it for $115 Canadian, or just a few pennies short of that. I tried to order some from the US, but they won't ship them to Canada, unfortunately, because if you took $52 US and convert that to Canadian, it is a lot less than $115. But it is what it is, and I ordered it. And even at $115 Canadian, this is a really good saber. It uses the XRGB V3 core, which is the latest offering from Nexus LGT. It has 16 sound fonts, Bluetooth, a slot for a micro SD card, and blaster flash on clash lockup. Now you know how much it costs and where to get one. Let's start the unboxing. Nice sound quality. I can tell it's a bass speaker, and I like this design. It's not incredibly plain. You have cutouts on the emitter, the brushed steel and the powdered black together. Looks really nice. The pommel acts as a coupler, so you can take another saber and screw it into here, make a staff. Your charging port, and then there is your XRGB or your Xeno button, your Xeno V3 button. Has that logo on it and it lights up white. So if you see that button on a saber and you don't know what's inside, it's either going to be the Xeno Pixel V3 or the Xeno RGB V3. Just going to unscrew the grip. And there is the sound board right there. And you can see the slot for the micro SD card. And then your battery on the back, and of course your speaker on the bottom. Fits comfortably in two hands. And I'm going to give it a few whacks and see how that blade holds up in there. All right, so the blade is wiggling free a little bit. So I'm going to just tighten it up and see if it does it again. All right. One thing I should mention is when you're tightening a blade that uses one screw on each side, and I'm guilty of this, you shouldn't be tightening them evenly, because what's going to happen is you're actually creating like a swivel point between those two screws. So the blade is going to be able to go back and forth. What you really want to do is you want to tighten one screw fully, which will push the blade this way as much as possible, and then tighten the other side. And that should help with blade wobble. So I'm going to try this again here. Just going to tighten this one all the way. I'm going to make sure this one's backed off, and then go back to this one. Okay, so now that one's fully tight. Now I'll go to the other side and tighten that one. And you can see it sticks out a little more. I could use a shorter screw if I wanted to, but that's all right. I'll just leave it. All right, so I'm going to try this again. And much better. So that's the trick, is make sure that you tighten one and then the other. One more time. Yeah, it's good. Going forward in my reviews, I'm going to do one thing a little differently. Because I'm going to be reviewing a lot of sabers that use the same core, it's going to get really repetitive going over the features every single time, how to change the volume, how to change the sound fonts, things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a separate video, and it'll be in the tutorial section, and I'm going to put a card up on the screen. If you want to learn how to use the XRGB V3, all the gesture controls, as well as the button functions, I will have a separate video for that, and just follow that card, and that'll be your tutorial on how to use everything that this saber has. I am now going to demonstrate the saber, swing it around, see how comfortable it is, see how well it works, and the balance of it, which I can check right now. It should be there, but it's not. Balance point's right there. So not horrible, not perfect either. Balance point should be right where you grip it, really, but it's not going to throw it off that much. And then after I play with it, join me in the end for final thoughts. If you're wondering where I got this cool looking Imperial Officer outfit, this was a gift from my wife for Christmas, and I'll put a link in the description where you can get your own. And it's really cool because it has this pouch in the front, has the hoodie, and it even has the boots printed right on the legs as well. I love it. I am going to roll up my sleeves though for the demonstration and turn down those lights. You can also enter lockup mode by holding the button down and striking the blade. Same thing.
Color change. Color Hunter.
You can hear the accent swings. Time for my final thoughts. So I'm going to give this saber a score out of 5 stars. First category is value for money. If you're lucky enough to be in the US and get this saber for just under 52 US, that is incredible. That's really good value. For Canadians, it's good. I mean, not as good as 52 US, but still very, very good. It has a nice hilt design. It's comfortable, great for spinning, great for dueling. Once I figured out how to do the screws properly. The fact that it has Bluetooth so I can adjust the sensitivity so I don't do that anymore. Very good value for money. Yeah, perfect. 5 out of 5. Next category is design. One little thing with design is the button sticks up a little too far. Now I can fix that by backing off this screw, and there's a shorter one that you can use that'll sink the button back in a little bit. But because it's a single button because it's a single screw design, you'll find that if you do not tighten it all the way, the core will rattle a little bit. I mean, I can live with it. It's just a tiny bit too high. No big deal. Otherwise, design, I mean, it's not the prettiest, but it's not plain. I mean, I like the pattern and the cutouts and the etching and the windows. So yeah, design is nice. I'm going to give design a 3.5 out of 5. Next up is features. You have 16 sound fonts with blaster, lockup, flash on clash. You can enable blaster mode and ghost mode, multi-lock, multi-block. You have the Bluetooth app. You have micro SD expandability. It's packed. Right now for RGB sabers, LGT Nexus really does it the best. Features is perfect for an RGB. It's getting 5 out of 5. Last category is quality. The quality of the box was fine. The blade was wrapped in cellophane with a cap on the end. The quality of the hilt is really nice. Be very careful though, because right here, as you just saw me do, I sliced my finger or my hand. So that is too sharp. You got to be careful. This is a melon baller, or you could gouge someone's eye out with that. It's not a horrible cut. It feels like a paper cut, but yeah, I didn't expect that. That was kind of stupid on my part. The quality of the sound is great. The aluminum is nice. The threading is clean. Just, yeah, be careful with the emitter. Don't do what I just did, and I should really stop touching it. So for quality, I'm going to have to knock it down a few points because of that sharpness right there. Quality is getting a 3.5 out of 5. This RGB saber that I got from TEMU is getting an overall score of 4.2 out of 5. Very affordable, tons of stuff built into it. Pretty good design, minus the little cut it gave me. But overall, just be careful touching right there. You will like this saber if you're looking for a budget RGB. It has a lot. In a follow-up tutorial, I will be releasing a video on how to add a micro SD card to one of these and how to get it ready and add more sound fonts and music. Don't forget I have a giveaway going on for a Sabneo V8 Nova Pixel lightsaber. That contest is ending December 31st at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I'll put another card up right there, and follow that link, see how to enter, and maybe you'll win a free Pixel saber. That wraps up this unboxing and review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, drop them into the comments section, and I'll do my best to answer you as soon as I can. Until next time, I have been your host, the Frugal Jedi. Thank you all for watching.